Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cikgu Darrel and today we shall continue with Module 2, My Week, Our World. For today's lesson, it's going to be very short and quite simple, so I hope during this whole lesson it doesn't really bore you. Before we begin the lesson, I'm going to go through with you a few vocabulary that you need to know by the end of this lesson. With that, I need you to read together after me. Are you ready? Let's start. Set the table. Set the table. Clear the table. Clear the table. Take out the rubbish. Take out the rubbish. Rake leaves. Rake leaves. Shovel snow. Shovel snow. Feed the fish. Feed the fish. So these are the vocabulary that you need to know for today's lesson. It's because after this, I'm going to display an audio text for you and I want you to focus what do Birth, Wadida and Mark do at home. So before I play the audio text, I hope you can prepare a piece of paper beside you and jot down some important points based on what you listen from Birth, Wadida and also Mark. Are you ready? If you're ready, let's start.
Hi, I'm Beth. I always help at home. Every morning I have to make my bed and feed the fish. In the evening I have to take out the rubbish.
What does Birth have to do at home? She has to make her bed and feed the fish. And in the evening, she has to take out the rubbish. So she has 3 things to do at home. Next, it's Wadida. Let's listen what Wadida say.
I'm Wadida. I always help my mum in the kitchen, but I never cook. I have to set the table before dinner and clear the table after dinner. I also do the washing up.
How many things that Wadida do at home? She always help her mom in the kitchen, but she never cooks. What Wadida does at home is to set the table before dinner and clear the table after dinner. She also does washing up. So there are 3 things that Wadida does at home. Next, let's hear from Mark.
I'm Mark. At home, I have to do jobs in the garden. In the autumn, I have to rake leaves. In the winter, I have to shovel snow. It's very cold, but it's fun.
What does Mark have to do at home? He has to do jobs in the garden and he has to rake leaves in the autumn. Last but not least, he has to shovel snow in the winter. So it looks quite equal as the 3 children, they have 3 houseworks to do at home. Hence, I'm going to do a little activity with you to test your understanding whether which housework they do. I'm going to show you a picture and I'm going to ask you who did this. And if you can answer it correctly, congratulations. Number 1, who did this? It's Birth. Did you manage to get your answer correct? Next, shovel snow. Who has to shovel snow? It's Mark. Number 3, who did this? Setting the table. Wadida. Next, rake the leaves. Who has to rake the leaves? It's Mark. Remember, Mark has to rake the leaf in the autumn. Next, who has to clear the table? It's Wadida. Remember, Wadida always helps her mother in the kitchen, but she never cooks. She only sets the table before dinner and clears the table after dinner, as well as doing some washing up. Next, who did this? Take out the rubbish. It's Buff. As you can see from the picture already, Buff is holding the bag of rubbish. Okay, now let's move to the main dish of our lesson for today, which is the structures that we are going to learn in order to tell people about housework. What are these structures? Let me show you first. When we ask questions in this lesson, you are going to learn these two structures, which is what do you have to do? What do they have to do? And when we try to answer to these questions, these are the structures that we need to use. I have to, and also they have to. Did you see the words in blue color? Well, when you want to elaborate more on things that you don't need to do, then we use I don't have to or they don't have to. In this lesson, you will only have to focus on using the subject pronoun you, they, or I. Let's try to do some examples so that it will be easier for you to understand on how to use these structures. These are the examples that I have prepared for you, and as you can see, there are two pictures there right in front of the screen. The picture at your left is a picture without a red cross, which means this is the housework that the people have to do, whereby the picture with a red cross means that it's a housework that the people do not need to do, whereby the picture with red cross means that it's a housework that the people don't need to do. Hence, when we want to make answers based on the questions, what do they have to do? What is the answer? They have to water the plants. And what do they don't have to do? They don't have to do the laundry. Another example for you using the subject pronoun you. When the subject pronoun you is used, automatically it means that we have to use I as the subject pronoun for this answer. What's the structure? The structure is I have to clear the table. And what do you don't have to do? I don't have to wash the plates. As easy as that. I hope these examples are enough for you to understand. So that's the end of our lesson today. This is a Google form exercise for you that I have prepared. So feel free to just go to the description below this video and press on the link, and you will be redirected to do the exercise straight away. And if you're a teacher and you would like to make a copy of this exercise, just feel free to do so, as I have provided an alternative link as well in the video description. As usual, don't forget to visit my Facebook page Cikgu Darrel and give it a like if possible, as well as subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell right beside the subscribe button so that you will always get notified with the first-hand lesson video whenever I updated my playlist. With that, I would like to thank you for watching, and I shall see you at the next lesson.